lesson 28 of Neetcode 150, binary search. Um, what is a binary search? Um, okay, let's say I choose a number between 1 or let's say between 0 and 100, and you have to guess it, and I will give you one clue. After each of your guess, I will tell you whether your guess was too high or too low. So what will be your first guess? Hopefully you're gonna say 50, right? After this, if I say that you are too low, what will be your next guess? If you pick 75, then you already intuitively know what binary search is. So let's say that I have this array of integers and I really want to pick the number 5. All right. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna have a start pointer and an end pointer, and first I'm gonna try to pick the value in the middle. So we know that we have a length of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So let's say we do 11 divided by 2, which is 5.5. But in our case, we will always by default take the left value. So you can take by default well, taking the left value, it's always a safer choice. So we're gonna take first four um the first five numbers, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and we're actually gonna cut that here. So now we have the middle, and we want to take the value at the index 5. So 1 0 1 2 3 4 and 5. So we have 0. Okay, now is 0 greater or smaller than um, is 0 greater or smaller than our target value of 5? It is smaller. So what we're going to do from there is that we are going to basically cut the rest of the array so that our new array that we focus on is this one here, right? So now we are going to do the same thing, and we are going to pick the middle value again. In the example of 0 to 100, 75 was that value here, 3. So now is 3 greater or smaller than our target value of 5? It is smaller. So once again, we are going to cut this, and our new array will be this, 4 and 5. And basically, our test value here, or middle, is going to be the left value. So it's going to be 40, and we're going to say, is it the target or is it smaller? Is it greater? It is smaller. So we are going to cut this, and we are going to be left with an array with only one value. So this is what our target is, and this is what we are going to get. And see, this is the worst case because we actually had to go through every single cases. For example, if our value was 3, we'll have found the solution in two guess. Unfortunately, we had to find it in 4 guess. But basically, this uses time complexity of n log n, if I'm not mistaken. No, sorry, binary search itself is just log n, because as they say, they will be given us an array in ascending order. So if we had to sort them in ascending order, which is the best decision, if it was not already sorted, it will have been n log n. But now they already sorted for us. So simply the binary search is going to be is going to have a time complexity of big O log n. All right, so let's go ahead and code this. So first we are going to want to create our start in our hand pointer, or left and right. I will call them start and end. And the start is going to be index 0, and the end is going to be basically at the last index of the array. Okay. And now we're going to want to loop until basically the start is equal or is greater than the end, in which case we will want to break the loop. So we're going to say while the start is smaller or equal to the end. Okay. We want to have our middle value here, which is going to be equal to the start plus the end. And we will use the integer division to find the basically we want to round towards 0. So if we have 5 divided by 2, we want to get 2 instead of 2.5 or 3. Okay, so once this is done, there are 3 scenarios. The first one is basically if the value of nums at the middle index is equal to the target. If this is the case, you actually want to return the middle. So we want to return the index of the value that the target is at. Another condition, let's say that the value that we picked in the middle is actually, let's say, smaller. So this is the case that we had in our example. So if our value 50 is smaller than our target, which is between 0 and 100. So in this case, we want to bring our start one index to the right of the middle. Okay. The other case, basically, we don't even have to say elif. So if the nums at the index middle is actually greater than the target. All right. So in this case, right, this is what is going to happen in the else statement. So in this case, what do we want to do is basically to get the left middle or the left half of the array. So we're going to set the end to middle -1. And there's a condition here that if basically the target is not in the array, we have to return -1. So by default, if the entire loop never returns the index of the middle or the index of the target, we are going to return -1. All right. And there you go. This was a binary search. I hope you learned from this video, and I hope to see you in the next one.